Good morning. It's Saturday and it is about 10 o'clock, and I am home. In case any of you have seen my post, I'm finally home, and I thought I'd do a quick video on what has happened this week. It's been quite a traumatic week, and upsettingly it has changed my plans for probably the next 2 marathons, but definitely the first. So on Sunday last weekend, I fell backwards in my bedroom onto the bed. Now, this doesn't sound painful, but unfortunately, the end of my bed has a metal rung with a post at the corner with a ball on the end of it, and my ribs collided with that metal ball. That was very painful, and it turns out I broke 3 ribs, one of those ribs in 2 places, and I also punctured my lung. So I got taken to A&E, and I only just got back last night, very late. It's been traumatic. So I'm just going to try and run through how my week has been and what the plan is moving forward. Because I did have the London Reverse Marathon to do tonight at 1 minute past midnight, and I am no longer participating in that, which is very upsetting. I ended up being in A&E for a whole day until they got my pain under control, and I had scans, and then I had another scan because they think they missed something, and they did. My breathing wasn't right even when they got my pain under control. That was because I had perforated my lung as well as breaking my ribs. I was there a whole day, ended up getting put on a fentanyl drip because the morphine wasn't touching it. Like, I didn't feel like they were giving me any painkillers or whatsoever. I was screaming. I actually lost my voice for 3 days. 2 days completely, I could not speak. I went to speak and nothing come out because of the amount of screaming that I'd done from pain. That was unfortunate. And then when a bed did come up in a ward, it was a male ward. That was the only bed in the hospital that was free. And I was like, no, thank you. I'll stay where I am, please. So they pushed me into a corner of A&E, and I stayed there for a while longer until I finally got put on Lulworth ward, which was lovely. And I did not see any men apart from doctors and nurses. Not that I have a thing against men, but I don't want to share a ward with them when I'm feeling so poorly. So yes, everything hurt. I've been sleeping a lot. I've been quite drugged up. And you don't actually get a lot of sleep, like proper sleep, when you're in hospital, because like you fall asleep and then they wake you up. Every 15 minutes I had to have something tested on me. And unfortunately, I am a person that has low blood pressure. Like, I just have low blood pressure. I don't know why. And it was even lower. So every 15 minutes they would check me and they were like, oh, it's really low. And I'm like, yeah, that's just normal for me. And they were like, no, it's like really low. And I'm like, I can't help that. I can't help it. And they were like, take some deep breaths. I'm not being funny, but do I remind you that I've just broken 3 ribs? I can't take a deep breath right now. Ask me again in 6 weeks, maybe. So I've been there all week. I made a few friends on the ward, which was nice. Unfortunately, one of those passed away when I was there. Lovely Mary. She was really nice, but she was in her 90s, but she had exactly the same injury as me. I do understand that people generally have falls when they're older and not when they're 47, but it is what it is. Poor Mary passed away, and for some reason she had a zimmer frame that ended up in my little section, which then Daniel and my mum just assumed that that was my Zimmer frame. And I only found this out on the day I was leaving. Mum was like, yeah, but it's yours. Are you going to take that home with you? And I was like, that is not mine, Mum. It's Mary's. I don't know why it's drifted into my bedroom, but it's definitely not mine. Obviously, I'm missing London Reverse. I'm not even sure about Edinburgh. Edinburgh is in 4 weeks tomorrow. The specialist said to me that I won't be running again, even a very slow plod, for at least 6 weeks. I don't know what to say about that. And I just have to see how I go, because I won't accept that right now. I am going to take my stuff for Edinburgh Marathon, because I do leave on Tuesday still to go travelling. And everyone keeps saying to me, are you still doing that? Are you sure you're going to do that? I'm not travelling with a backpack. I'm travelling in a van with a bed and a sofa. It's basically like being at home, but my home will be moving all the time. So I am still going on Tuesday, and I'm going to take my Edinburgh stuff and hope for a miracle. But then again, all week I've been hoping for a miracle, and I keep saying to Rachel, who is doing the London Reverse with tonight, I think I'll be fine. I'll make a decision on Friday, but I think I'll be fine. And the closer Friday got, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to be fine. I can't even walk to the bathroom. I couldn't even get out of bed on my own. I've had a shower this morning. I walked to my bathroom, had a shower, and it's wiped me out. Like, I've got no energy left. So not a chance that I could have done London tonight. But 4 weeks and 1 day, you never know. You never know what might happen. So I'm not ruling that out. But either way, I have decided I do also have Frankfurt in October marathon. And what with not having a job and being travelling, it's be a lot easier to train for that marathon. And I've decided that that marathon, which is also flat, is going to be a PB. It just is. I'm going to train really hard for it, and that's something to focus on. So I will be very sad if I also miss Edinburgh. But when I get my PB at Frankfurt, it'll all just feel like it was part of the plan. It was meant to be this way. Positive thinking. Yes. I still have so much packing to do. Poor Daniel has been coming to visit me every day in hospital, which is not easy when you've just got a great big camper van, because he has to, motorhome, because he has to drive the motorhome to Dorchester, the outskirts of Dorchester, and then cycle in to the hospital, see me for a couple of hours, cycle back out, come back in the motorhome, and then he's been getting the gas fitted, bike rack fitted, the roof had a leak, so he had to take some stuff off the roof and fix that, and just generally packing, taking stuff to the storage unit and taking stuff to the van. He's been doing everything. But like I said to him this morning, I haven't done anything of my actual stuff, because I thought that I'd have plenty of time in the evening last week after work. Also, I feel very sad about the fact that I missed my last week of work. I was ready to leave work, and I was counting down the days, but now I feel like I've got no closure from leaving work. I was meant to finish on Friday, go to the Wetherspoons, have a pint, and celebrate the fact that I finished work for the foreseeable future, and I got none of that. What I got was a trip home from hospital, a cup of tea, and a shot of morphine and an early night. So that's very upsetting. So I've got lots of packing to do. And also I am going to go in to work on Monday and see my lovely boss and say goodbye. And hopefully that will give me closure. Also, my wonderful teenager, messaged my boss last week and asked whether he needed any help, seeing as I was in hospital. And it was our busiest week at work, which was why I couldn't leave until yesterday. And so my son has been going to part of my job to help my boss out, which is very nice. And I am very, very proud of him for that. That's where we're at the moment. Yeah. I don't really know what else to say. We have a plan. As we all know, everything's easier with a plan. We'll just have to see how this whole year pans out. So yes, I hope you've all had a better week than me. Happy, 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 injury-free Saturday. Goodbye.